Alright, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to install and use Laravel and some of the most basic features in one single video. So if you go into laravel.com, you will be able to, in documentation inside getting started, installation, you'll be able to go in and actually install Laravel via Composer. So Composer you can get from getcomposer.org, and you can then go in and download it from here. I'm not going to show how to download it, but you can find a lot of great videos on how to do that. Great. So you can download Laravel globally, or remove the global to not install it globally, and then install it using Composer, so you can always just run the Laravel command. So you can do that via item. So you can go in here. Now you're requiring Laravel, the newest version of Laravel, and then you can simply just go in and say Laravel new project name or Laravel new to create all the files inside the directory. I will show you that in just a second. Okay, great. So what we can do now is we can go in and create a project called Laravel intro. Okay, great. So what you can do now is you can go in and say Laravel new, which then would create everything inside this directory. Or you can say Laravel new backend, for example. This is the folder structure I like to keep if I'm using Laravel as an API and something else as the front end. So, but in this scenario, we are just gonna use no API. We are just gonna use Laravel, the most basic part of it. So if you just write Laravel new, it will create new here. And to those of you that don't know it and just started this video, Laravel is a MVC framework, which allows you to keep a nice structure and organized code. So you can write efficient and good code. It's the most popular PHP framework out there, and this will allow you to create advanced or simple applications with a good level of security and easy to structure. So all of this is normal. You just wait for it to be installed down there, and what then happens is, first of all, it creates all of the files. We can go through that in just a moment. What else it does is go in and create an env file where we have all of our configurations. The downside of this is if you want to build, for example, a CMS and want to store the configurations in the database, you need to modify some changes here. I'll just run the fan control program so we can put the noise down a little bit. Okay, great. And then what you can do is you can basically go in and put database configuration, choose which driver. In this case, we're just going to use SQLite. And when you use SQLite, it will basically, inside the config folder here, where we have all the configuration files for mains, for logging, databases, file systems, and so on. A lot of things we won't be able to cover in this video because Laravel is a huge framework. It has the driver SQLite. And what you can see here is it basically going and grab the database file, because SQLite is a database file, from the database path, which is this folder, and then it try to find this file, database SQLite. So that's what it do. So we need to create this file. Great, now we have the database connection set up. And then in here you can also decide to choose environment, local, development, or production. Want to have debug on. You should only be having that on if you're on a local or virtual machine or on a staging server, not on a production server. The app URL, which you can just change to whatever your public URL is when you put it live. And then you have a lot of other configurations we won't be looking into in this time. The application key is just a small security thing we don't have to worry about. Okay, great. So what we can do with Laravel is we can create an authentication system, and we can also create controllers, models, and so on. So our controllers, they hide inside the HTTP controllers folder, and our model just hides inside the HTTP folder. So if you look here, we have the user model. We can also add in middlewares. Again, this is a short video about Laravel, so I'm not going to be able to explain that in this video. But you have the opportunity, if you know what that is, add in different kind of providers, migration files, and then you have the routes. So here we have the route file. So what we do now is we can go in and run to server. We can do that by running php artisan serve. Then it runs a local server on port 8000. So what we can do now is we can basically go inside here, and we have the page here. So this is what it starts by showing by simply loading the resource file inside resources, views, welcome.update.php. In here it has some pre-generated HTML and some PHP. So basically this will, when you run an authentication creation command, it will basically check if you're logged in and if the route exists, login, and then it will basically allow you to log in, register, or go to the home page. So what we can do now is we can go in and run php artisan make authentication. What that does is it creates a folder called authentication, which is password, and so you can reset the email password, login and register page, verify email page, which you also can set up, and then layouts page where we have the header and where we load in the content via yield content, which then allows us to do something called section content, and then in the section content. And this allows us to put everything will be loaded inside this section here. So everything we load from here is loaded inside here. Okay, great. So you can do that, and that's what it does in, for example, here. You can see there. And then we have the opportunity to actually go in and create a migration file. So what we can do now is the php artisan migrate, which goes in and read this in this file. Look at the ID, the name, email, verify that, password, and create that into the database. And then you have it all created inside the database. So if you remember before, this file empty, now there's a lot of bytes that you don't understand because it's the database file. And what this allows us to do now is if we refresh the page, you'll see some changes. We have the login and the register. So we can go in now and we can say full name, email address, and then we say something like this, and now you're logged in. You can also go log out and go and log in with the details here. Remember yourself or not, your choice in possible. And this is then allowing you to create an application where you can actually log in and log out. You don't have to do any coding yourself. The only thing you have to do is set up the email configuration if you want to have email verification. Okay, great. What we can do now is we can go in to an env file here, and we can go in and say, actually no, it's been moved now. Okay, that's an update. So what we can do now is we can go inside resources, config, app name, and change this to tutorial. And of course, because we are running this Doodka server, we need to restart it, and then it's going to be running on port 1 instead. Okay, so this is because this isn't loaded inside the app.play.php. Oh, it's because it's saying like this. Okay, great. So that's why, because it has the custom text here. Okay, so this should change now. Why it doesn't do is a good question. Anyways, you can go in and change it like this to tutorial. Doesn't really matter that much. And then you can basically now log in and create a user. So what you also can do now is you can go in and say PHP artisan make model. You can call this, for example, item. Then you can go in and say PHP artisan make controller. And you can call this item. And then you can say PHP artisan make migration, call this item. Okay, great. So what we can do with all of these is we can basically create something that communicates with the database or the user, and does perform an action, and then it can store it in the database by this migration file where we put in the custom fields. So it's pretty much like development, but this allows you, like any other kind of development, but this allows you to do it in a much more organized way. So you can see now we have the item model, we have the HTTP, controllers, item. Thank you very much for watching this video. So I hope you are now one step closer to becoming a Laravel expert.